9 reasons not to move to Australia. Reason number 1. People.
Absolutely. Do not move to Australia. We're simply too fun, too outgoing, and we love to play too much. You might get offended by our fun jokes and our banter.
I am happy if you are happy.
Oh, that's great, isn't it?
You will love it here.
You've given up crime, eh?
Reason number 2, weather. If you prefer low temperatures, rain, snow, fog, wind, and other nonsense, Australia is definitely not for you. Sydney gets 236 days of sunshine annually. Brisbane 261, Melbourne 185. The average temperature in Australia in winter is 15 degrees Celsius.
Reason number 3, beaches. If you want to go to a place where you can't sit down, relax in the sun on some beautiful golden white sand and the beaches, well, don't go to Australia because we've got over 10,000 of them. If you were to visit a new beach every single day in Australia, it's going to take you over 10 years to see them all. So basically, you can go to Australia at any given day and find your own private beach. To go one step further, this sand on Australian beaches is so soft that it's used to polish diamonds. It is so white that we actually export our Australian white sand to Hawaii.
Reason number 4, food. If you like eating unripe fruit that has been traveled from another country, often being heavily sprayed with pesticides and chemicals, you'll be disappointed with Australian produce.
Not only that, but for all of you hippie, coffee-loving people, well, Melbourne has one of the best pretentious coffee scenes in the world. And to go a step beyond that, there are a few Australian delicacies you must try. Australia is the only country in the entire world that eats its own national emblem. You can eat kangaroo and emu. And for the game, you can even have a crocodile tail steak. And if you're feeling really adventurous, you can eat a witchetty grub. Witchetty grub. It's a local delicacy from the Aboriginals, but they like to eat a lot of things such as goanna. There you go, you can watch Paul Hogan's Crocodile Dundee. That's not a knife, this is a knife. And you'll see that goanna, you can live on it, but it tastes like shit. If you love your Asian food, Australia has one of the best Asian fusion scenes in the world. And if you love that Mongolian lamb, that's not a Mongolian dish, that's Australian fusion.
Reason number 5 is cultural diversity. If you're not a fan of people from different religious and cultural backgrounds living peacefully in one place, Australia is not for you. Australia is the most ethnically diverse country in the world, with 30% Australians born overseas and 49% having at least one parent born overseas.
Let's go!
Reason number 6, strong economy. If you prefer living and working in a poor country with low minimum wage, high unemployment and low living standards, forget about Australia.
We have one of the highest minimum wages in the world. You could be working at McDonald's 16 years old and still earn $600 a week. It's insane the amount of money that you can earn out there. I've got friends who did university in Canada and America, racked up these huge debts, came to Australia on a working holiday visa, worked for 2 years, had the time of their lives, and as a bonus, they actually paid off their HECS debts and their uni debts. The minimum wage in Australia always pays off how much you're gonna spend. So you can work, save, travel, pay your bills, and still have some left over. So if you want to go to a country where you're not going to earn money, don't go to Australia.
Point number 7, laid-back lifestyle, attitude and language.
We have a bad language. We love to swear. You've kind of got to grow up with it to adapt to it. At the end of the day, if you want to go get a ciggy at the servo and go for a Macca's run, you got to be Aussie to get that stuff. It's fun. We shorten it, we cut it down, and we save time for the more important things, like having a beer.
Reason number 8 is sport. If you're not a sporty type and you prefer reading books instead or going to the cinema, you might feel a little bit out of place in the land of Oz. Why is that?
Well, when it's 20 degrees all year round, the sun's out, what else would you rather do? You go to the beach, you go for a swim. We got over 10,000 beaches. You go for a surf, you go for a dive, you play some tennis, you play some cricket, you kick the footy, you have fun with your mates. I mean, when it's 30 degrees outside, would you rather stay inside and read a book or...
Reason number 9 is safety. If you like a bit of adrenaline rush due to being in dangerous places, you might find Australia a bit disappointing.
Australia is fairly safe. I think it was back in the 90s. Australia had the worst, if not one of the worst, mass murders in history. Bunch of people got shot up. What happened afterwards? Our Prime Minister said no more guns. And ever since then, we've never had a mass shooting since. So it is relatively safe. You probably won't get robbed, you probably won't get shot. You gotta remember, Australia is a huge country with only 26 million people. Although the first police force was made up of our best behaved criminals, the only thing you really need to worry about are the funnel web spiders, the blue-ringed octopus, the adderbox jellyfish, the black snake, the tiger snake, the death adder, the scorpions, and everything in between. Because trust me, all the animals in Australia, even the chlamydia-infested koalas or the poisoned back-footed platypus, it all wants to kill you some way or another. So we got no terrorists. The animals are all on their side.
Thank you very much for watching our video, guys. Please put like, dislike and comment below if you'd like to visit Australia, China, Canada or any other country. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, press the notification bell, and I'm gonna see you next week.
Not only that, Australia, for all you hippie coffee loving twats,
Reason number 4, food. Snow, fog, rain and other nonsense. Australia is definitely not for you. People. I'm gonna leave it, I'm gonna crop it, we're gonna find out later.